I have a question. If you marry a man who once married and they separated, saying never to talk to, they never talk to each other again, and maybe you found him with kids, you started taking care of them. All of a sudden, people started calling her, telling her how her husband has got a new wife. Then from nowhere, they start calling each other, talking from time to time. After that, the husband removes all the calls removes all the calls as a new wife. What do you do? Praise the Lord, guys. That's the question today. So before I read about the comments and what people are saying, this is my 2 cents in dating people who were married before or who have kids, who you married while they're having kids. But let me stick to those who are married before. Yeah. So if you're getting into a relationship, into a marriage with somebody who had already married before, there are so many. Of course, it is discouraged, right? Because you are venturing. There are things that you need to know. Is that number one is that you are venturing into somebody else's territory. You will ask, so should they not remarry or something like that? You go ahead and marry, but just know at the back of their mind is that more so when the kids are involved, just know that that is somebody else already marked territory. You will never and never, before you make that decision, is that you will never get rid of the other person. How? Because they are now combined. If they had no kids, but if they have kids and the kids are still there with the man, it is natural. The mother will always come to talk to the kids. So you should know that. You should come into this relationship, this marriage, knowing that the other wife, the other partner, if it's the husband, if the other husband will always be in the picture. That is it. That is the case. They will keep on communicating because of the kids. Now the thing is that it's between you now with your husband, the new wife and the husband, is to sit down and to agree upon the boundaries, to agree on what kind of relationship is going on with the ex-wife. Yes, what type of relationship? The boundaries is what is there, but getting rid of it, no, because you entered in knowing very well that somebody else was there. So you have to have prepared your heart that this will always be the case. Number 2 is that when you enter into a relationship that kids are there and there is an ex in the picture, in that case, is that there will always be insecurity and questions and suspicion. There will always be, let me say it, an extra baggage. So, and before you make that decision, are you ready? Are you comfortable? Are you ready and willing to, can you be able to handle the hit that comes with another family somewhere? His first family. Even if they are not together, are you able to handle that hit? If you're not able, it's better that you don't enter into it, because it will always be and something else. Number 3 is that the kids, you treat them well. Thank God that in this case you are treating them well, because they're not involved. They are not, you are just their mother, now stepmother for that matter. So kids are not involved in their affairs. But you should know that in the long run, there's a high likelihood that the kids will see you, will view you not as a cause of their mother and their father not being together. Even no matter how good you treat them and how you handle them, how you care for them, there's a point they are looking at you like, oh, why is my mother not here? And why are you here? or something like that. So give them more grace in this case. So in this question is that if the man now is breaching the boundaries, hiding, why is he hiding? Why is he deleting his calls when he's talking to his ex? So for you, maybe for you having expectations that they will never talk again, that is unreasonable. When people lovers are having disagreements, they say things that they never mean, right? Like, so after a few days, weeks or months, they start talking again. So as you an individual in that situation, you can see the situation. In my culture where I come from, they usually say that the first wife, if they left the kids, that is her family. She will just come back. She will always come back. And it always, most of the time, it always happens. The kids, if they grow up, they bring back their mother and things like that. So the easier way is this. You either stay and handle the hit that comes with it and agree with your husband, this is it, or plan for an exit. Because if they are communicating, they are in good moods and they are making up things, or plan to always know that you are number two, and there's a number one, and you will be number two, or else there will always be those issues. So some of the comments here is people are not so kind in this case. People are not so kind to her. Number one is that you're just a house help for them. Think otherwise and stop wasting time. Not so kind. Kama unaweza kuwa wa pili, kaa tu hapo. Okay, those who doesn't understand English is that if you're willing to be the second wife, just sit there. Another one is that to leave somebody's wife. This one is saying that the first wife has just gone for half time, like she's just going to maybe to rest, she'll be back. Somebody else is telling her that very tricky, just go talk to him candidly and establish the truth. If they are back together, just leave. Good. If they're back together, just leave. Do away with that marriage because it has the owner. Never marry a divorced man or lady, especially where iko na watoto. That a strong bond to show you those creatures can get back together to each other. Nothing. Hello to all married men, please. If you marry a lady after your first wife left, be honest and stand as a man. First, jiulize kwa nini alienda na ukaamua kuoa. Second, where do want, if you want to be present, want to go. Okay, sorry, let me come again. Hello to all married men, please. If you marry a lady after your first wife left, be honest and stand as a man. First, jiulize kwa nini alienda na ukaamua kuoa. Second, where do you want the person to go if you have wasted her time? If possible, sit down with your spouse and discuss the matter. If worse, let her move on. So in summary, those are some of the comments that I've gotten in this case, in that if you're marrying a person who was married before, just know that you are entering into territory that was marked earlier, and there will be an extra effort needed. It won't be like the one that they have never been married. So the communication will be there with the ex. So boundaries has to be established. Have a strong heart to face it. But if you see like this is not be done, now the decision lies upon yourself. Kindly like and subscribe this video, and may God bless you. Bye.